Hello and welcome to Traditional Chinese Medicine. My name is Christina Kapothanasis. I'm a Chinese medicine doctor and acupuncturist in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm a graduate of the Shanghai University of Traditional Chinese Medicine, where I studied 5 years, and all of my studies and 1 year long residency were conducted completely in Mandarin Chinese. My mission is to help people integrate Chinese medicine into their daily lives to promote health and well-being. So if you know anybody who you think these videos could help, please share. I have started an Instagram channel, which is the second part of my sharing, where I post everything I eat to help you, hopefully inspire you to eat healthier too. And that channel is Chinese Medicine Hawaii, or you can search under my name. And I am also working on a course that incorporates all of the diet and lifestyle recommendations I've given my patients over the past 10 years. And as soon as it comes out, it will be on my website, and I will put the notes in the description box below. So today we have a very exciting small snippet of one patient case study for another skin rash. The last skin rash was due to home renovations, and this skin rash is due to emotional upset. So this patient is female. She was born in 1988 and it is now 2021. It is March 2021. And I have seen her for maybe a couple years now for a multitude of other conditions. In her case, it's super exciting, and at some point I'd like to share her progression with you. But today we are going to focus in on her most recent and urgent symptom, which was a skin rash. She had been experiencing the rash for 7 days when she saw me. It started after she felt very angry with people in her work environment, and she was so upset that she lost sleep. And then soon after, the skin rash began, and it started on her chest, and then it started to go down her arms, and it was all under her eyes, and she felt very puffy. She was extremely itchy, and it was interfering with her sleep. She tried internal aloe, external aloe, and even steroid cream. Nothing helped, and she had to take Benadryl just to be able to sleep at night. So I saw her, and that was last Thursday. Today is Friday, and her pulses, initial exam, were heart and kidney were almost 0, lung, spleen, and large intestine were almost 0. Only her liver pulse was 35%. So I immediately thought, yes, that makes sense, because she was angry, and liver is anger. So her liver is sort of inflamed, and we just need to calm down her liver or flush it out, and her skin rash will go away, much like I thought the last skin guy would go. And so, okay, her tongue was pale, and it had a very thin white coating. Beautiful underneath was beautiful. Her veins were beautiful. So just pale. And we went to the pharmacy together to test for herbs. And I tested all of the liver herbs, and all of the circulation herbs, and all of the gallbladder herbs. And I tested, and I was like, what is going on? So I said, something's not right. Let's go back and do the needles first, and then we retake your pulses, and we will find out some more information. I needed something to point me in the right direction. So we went back and we did her needles, and initially we did Nei Guan on the kidney meridian. On the arch, we did Rangu. I did Tai Cong on the liver meridian, and Zhu Lin Qi. And she was saying, oh, I'm so sad my pulses were like that because I've been doing so great on my diet, and I was feeling great before this. So when I took her pulses afterwards, I was so surprised that all of her pulses went immediately to perfection except her heart pulse was still 0. And I thought, oh, that's so interesting. First of all, that told me that she wasn't as severe as I thought she was. At least she was eating clean before then, everything was going well. But it wasn't her liver. She wasn't angry. She was sad and she was hurt. That was a overwhelming emotion, and I asked her that, and she said yes. That was my initial response, just super hurt, and it triggered a lot of previous emotions from back in her school days, and then after that was the anger. So I said, oh, we're focusing on the wrong organ. We gotta nourish your heart. So back to the drawing board I went, and we looked at the herbs, and I looked through the kaleidoscope of heart. So this time I tested, and she finally liked 2 herbs. Those 2 herbs were Bai He at 9 grams and Dan Zu Ye at 9 grams. So I used those to correct her heart. And then I told her, text me as soon as she feels better so I wouldn't worry. And I saw her on a Thursday, so the following Wednesday the rash was completely gone. And then I saw her today, and she said not only is the rash completely gone, but the itchiness is 75% less. I asked her if she was off her Benadryl at night, and she said she was still taking Benadryl because she did try 2 nights in the past few days to stop taking it, and the itchiness did not keep her awake, but the mind busyness, keep thinking in the mind, kept her awake. So even though her physical manifestations may have improved, her emotional hurt is not completely gone. And as much as I would like to be mathematical and have everything be solved by herbs and acupuncture, I'm sure she's going to have to go do some emotional clearing with that. But I did test her if at least I could put her sleep back together with the herbs and acupuncture, and said yes. So I tried today. Rewind. So last time, after I figured out that it was her heart, I still had to make her heart pulse better. So I added Bai Hui and Danzong. So her pulses were beautiful. Okay, so she said that her visual puffiness and all the redness was gone. Yes, rash all gone. Just 75% itchiness, so we had 25% itchiness to go. And I forgot to mention, right before our last appointment, she had her cycle the day before. So she bled 2 heavy days and then spotted, and that's why her tongue was pale, because that's another story. But at least this time her tongue was pink again, because she eats amazingly clean. And her lung, spleen, large intestine pulses were beautiful, amazing. Her large intestine, lung, spleen, large intestine, and kidney were beautiful and amazing, but her heart and liver were still down. After I did the needles, her liver was beautiful, so we're still back at the heart, has not fully recovered, but everything else was fine. So when we went to the pharmacy, we tested her, and what she needed this time was Yujin 3 grams, Yuanzhi 6 grams. And I'm hopeful that this will be gone before the trip that she takes next week, because she's going to Seattle, and as everybody knows, travel is somewhat stressful on the body in many different levels. So I told her to text me and make sure that she's okay, but as long as I can get her mind to calm down a little bit and go to sleep, and she has the Benadryl gone and the rest of the itchiness is resolved, which I'm sure it will taper in the next few days, I'm pretty sure that she will be okay. So I told her she doesn't need to come in for another appointment, just to tell me that she's okay. She can text me, and then I'll see her at a regular appointment in a couple months. But I thought that that was enough of a cool, fun, quick case to share with you, and just to show how the emotions can affect people and how the pulses can lead you in the right direction to choosing your herbs. But for me, the addition of muscle testing has been really amazing. I have greatly reduced the amount of herbs and the number of herbs that I use in each formula, so that's better for the patient's body and the pocketbook. And whatever makes them better faster with the least amount of herbs is exciting for me too. She did not do cupping, and I think that is all we have for today. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, mahalo!